Hey, this is Brandon with House Buying Guys. I'm here with Maddie and Donald.
This was a family home, and we no longer lived there. And it was becoming a big hassle to have someone live there, collecting rent, all the things that you would run into with rental property. And it was just time for us to get rid of it. I don't live there anymore. Donald doesn't live there anymore. And by happenstance, I received a card in the mail, and Brandon did a wonderful job. The house buying guys did a wonderful job. They took care of everything. All we had to do was show up and sign the papers. And I will recommend this company to anyone that has property they need to sell.
So after we bought your home from and you got up from under it, how did that make you feel?
Man, I felt amazing. I mean, my credit shot up, and it was just a relief to know that somebody was out there that could help me get my house from underneath me and stuff, because I didn't know, and I really didn't want my credit to be ruined and stuff like that. So I'm just happy and grateful I'm able to do a lot more things now, not having to worry about that house being on my back and stuff like that. So I'm real happy.
It feels good. I mean, and it feels good because everybody's happy. Like Mama's not stressed out about repairs. Michelle is moved out and comfortable where she is. So everybody, it was a win-win for everybody.
Decided to give him a call, gave him a call, called me right back less than 5 minutes, and got the process going that next day. So fast process, easy people to work, wonderful people to work with. So I felt like a ton of bricks were lifted off my chest. I could breathe again. So I feel relief, and you just don't know the stress level is gone.
Man, it's like like a burden lifted off my shoulders. It was a hassle. I cleaned everything out of it, and it was just didn't want to be under it. I'm glad to be out from under it, and I'm glad that y'all helped me.
Yeah, we just needed to sell some property. My father passed away, left us a nice little mess over there. These guys come in, they took care of the problem. Fast closing, I think it was within 2 weeks probably, less than 15 days. Solved our problems and just got rid of a headache that was going to be something that we couldn't afford. These guys took care of it and given this place a new home, new love, and can't ask for more than that.
Yeah. Well, I was having a problem, a very big problem. I was almost losing the house to Wells Fargo, the bank. So he said they would come to foreclose the house, but that was probably stopped by Brandon. So I thank him very much for the job well done.
Yeah, got into a little bit of a health problem, and saw that I was kind of running behind, and gave these guys a call back in May, I believe it was, to kind of discuss it. And even though the transaction wasn't a guaranteed thing, they were nice enough to sit down and talk with me, and sure enough, it ended up being a necessity, and gave a call back, and here we are.
You came out, give me told me what you'd give me for the house and everything, and I told you I wouldn't go to anybody else, and I didn't go to anybody else, and you done what you told me you would do. You run the numbers and give me the numbers, and it was acceptable, and especially for the property, it was really acceptable.
My mom lived in her house for like 20 years. She got to the point to where she was disabled. She couldn't live alone, so she came to live with me and my family. She couldn't really afford to be a landlord, and with her medical conditions, we really needed that money to help her get the things she needed because of her disability. So we looked for somebody to buy the house.
My daughter told me about these people she had seen on the side. I think their name was House Buying Guy, and so she told me about them. So we called him on the phone, because I told him don't waste his time coming if I couldn't get what I want. And so he said, okay, then I'll be out this evening. And he came out this evening.
Yeah, I need to get rid of the property because of there's several reasons. But one reason I want to get my daughter a place of her own. That was my main objective, was to get her, before I pass on, get her a place of her own on my granddaughter.
Yeah, needed to give her a place to home. Okay.
Well, my situation was I had a home that I was renting out to my sisters, and it was in fairly good condition, and I pretty much was getting ready to let it go back and let the company take it. Well, you know, didn't know, I was scared, I was nervous, didn't think that I was going to get it, you know, sold, didn't know what was going to happen. Well, Brandon looked at my house and got back with me and told me that he was going to buy it and get it on the market and sell it for me, and we got it sold, and I signed off on it, and they fixed it up and made it look good, and I'm happy to say that Brandon got it sold.
I don't know, you guys, it was easy as all get out. You guys had everything done for me. I didn't have to turn off anything. I didn't have to do anything but just sign the paperwork, be there to move, and get my tail out.
What was the process like working with the house buying guys?
Process was easy. A couple of phone calls, and that was about it, you know.
Well, the process was not too long. It was very, very short. I mean, like less than 3 weeks. The whole thing was done. So I really, really thank you so much.
And the process wasn't that bad, and it wasn't that long. And you did everything you told me you would do. You took care of all the closing, the lawyers, and took care of the probate attorney, and took care of all of that. And that's what we needed at the time. And I didn't have the wherewithal to do it, and you did it. And so I'm real happy with that.
It's very easy.
Very, very easy. It was all done online, by phone, and all we had to do at the end, after the house buying guys had done their work, all we had to do was sign. It was the easiest process ever. I'm a homeowner. I own the home I live in, and it was not that easy.
Oh, it was fantastic. Everything went really fast. Guys were great, friendly, helped me out in immensely more ways than one. The closing process was quick. I mean, just how fast you guys were able to work with me, getting help. I've got a really bad back and needed the movers, of course, and the movers were great. Brandon was there every step of the way, allocating everything, getting all my stuff set up for me. I didn't really have to do much of anything except call him.
The process was fine. I mean, there was no process after I told him what I wanted, and he came up to it, you know. Everything else was just, okay, yes ma'am, Miss Joyce, whatever you say, Miss Joyce, because, well, that was it, you know.
Yeah.
So the process was just wonderful.
You helped her with the moving truck and moving her stuff to storage, so she didn't really have to worry about doing all that. And you gave her the amount of time that she needed to get out of the house.
Oh, everything worked out so far so good. Yeah, just get out here now and try to go select a trailer for her.
There you go. Get some money to get your trailer.
It was easy. It was easier than a normal realtor. You don't have to go through anything. They walk me through everything. Easy going, telling me what I should do and what I should do. Just helping me out, especially my first time selling a house, and helping me relieve a million pounds off my shoulders. I really thank these guys.
Yeah. And what kind of condition was your home in?
It wasn't in the best condition. The floors needed to be replaced. There was a lot of damage on the carpets, and there was a lot of flooding underneath the house and stuff. So they had to put a lot of work into it. You know, I didn't think it was as bad as it was till after I actually got to looking, but they made it look good. They redone the bathroom, the kitchen. I was amazed. I almost wanted to buy it back myself.
It was in pretty bad shape. It had deteriorated quite a bit. There was a lot of damage in the floors. The floors damaged, the walls damaged, rats, just a whole lot of damage. And, I didn't see it, but y'all did, and y'all seen value there, and so I'm glad you did. I'm glad we sold it. I'm glad I got out from under it, because I couldn't afford to fix it. And it was just kind of a thorn in my side, and and I was glad that y'all was able to help me out and get out of the situation. So.
And how fast were you able to sell your house?
I was able to sell in less than probably 2 weeks.
I told the Sunday church that I thought we was gonna be able to close this deal out this week. Yeah. And you did it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
As fast as we wanted them to.
Okay.
So, as fast as we wanted y'all to, it's like, well, you can't close until we get the tenant out. So you waited until she was able to get everything together, and we moved out. I mean, everything was good. So it didn't take long.
And you said you had tenants. That were the house buying guys able to help you out with your tenants at all?
Yeah, because she was a young mother and she had stuff to move to storage and to have to rent a van and stuff like that. It would have been a little more expense on her. And so they came and they helped her and they packed her, helped her move her stuff out. And so, so that was a big help to her and to me.
If somebody were to ask you, would you recommend the house guys in the future, what would you tell them?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I definitely recommend you guys. You made it very painless, I just lost my dad, and you guys come in and made it to where you waited and did what I needed, and waited for me to be able to do it. And you expedited this whole situation and just made it as comfortable as could be. Even put me up in a pretty B&B and, made it very easy for me until I was able to move in.
Well, we're glad we could help you out.
I'm glad you could too. Thank you very much, Brandon.
Thanks, Tammy.
I would recommend them, and also, not only would I recommend them, I also meeting Brandon, hopefully gain a relationship after this. Being friends, I can call somebody I can call and ask advice, and so far, I've been able to pick up the phone, they've been calling me right back, even after the house was sold. It's no gimmick, they're just a real good guy, so I would recommend them.
Hey man, we're happy to help you out. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
I would say absolutely go for it. Because you were professional, you've been nice. You didn't even seem like a stranger when you came to the house to talk to me and my mom. You just kind of fell right in and was comfortable, And so it was an easy process and always professional at all times.
We're so happy we could help you. Thank you so much.
Brandon. Thank you.
Yes, most definitely, because I feel like y'all are honest. Y'all did what you said you would do. Everything you said that you would do, you did. And I definitely would recommend you. And I would get my phone number or whatever. You can find me on Facebook, and I'll definitely would recommend anybody to come to y'all.
Oh, we really appreciate it. Thanks, Curtis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I would recommend y'all because, y'all didn't just look at me, and just say, hey, there's nothing we could do for you because your house is, under the condition and stuff. Y'all actually worked with me and actually, helped me get out from underneath this house so my credit wouldn't be ruined. So, yes, I would recommend you call Brandon and let him know.
We really appreciate that. Thank you, Jonathan.
Yes, I would. I'm very proud of you fellas, and I think you did a good job, and I enjoyed doing business with you.
We enjoyed business with you. Thank you so much, Mr. Cheney.
Thank you.
I would tell them that I would highly recommend them, because I think they did a good job. As of now, I have no complaints and nothing bad to say about them, So I think they did a wonderful job.
Well, we really appreciate that. We're glad we were able to help you out.
Okay.
Thanking Joyce.
See you shake my hand.
I would definitely recommend, and probably will do so.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I will recommend the house buying guys to anyone.
Well, we really appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.